Platform games are alive and kicking in 2025, and the Switch library is absolutely stacked. From nostalgic revivals to fresh indie gems, here are 10 platformers that'll keep you jumping, dodging, and probably swearing at your TV screen. Here's something that'll make you go bananas. Literally. The story kicks off when some creepy floating tiki mess hypnotize all the animals on DK Island and steal Donkey Kong's precious banana stash. Yeah, you heard that right. Magical wooden mask just waltzed in and committed the ultimate heist. Now DK and his buddy Diddy have to barrel roll their way across the island to get their fruit back. It's basically a revenge story, but instead of John Wick, you get a giant gorilla with anger management issues. The whole thing feels like someone took a Saturday morning cartoon and turned it into pure platforming chaos. This one's got some serious theatrical flair going on. You play as Neva, a backstage worker who got exiled to the creepy basement area of a theater, and she's mysteriously connected to a puppet who's bound to her by magical thread. Together, they're trying to climb back up to the main stage while uncovering the dark secrets of this twisted theater kingdom. The whole setup feels like if Tim Burton directed a video game about Broadway. You literally control both characters at once, which sounds complicated but works surprisingly well. It's basically a buddy cop movie where one buddy is a depressed stagehand and the other is a sentient marionette. For the first time ever, you actually get to play as the red-coated master thief herself, instead of chasing her around the globe. Based on the Netflix series, Carmen's now working for the good guys, trying to take down her old criminal organization called Vile. The story has her globetrotting with high-tech gadgets like grappling hooks and night vision goggles, basically making her feel like a stylish female James Bond. You'll sneak through iconic cities, solving puzzles and avoiding detection while building cases against other thieves. It's less about geography lessons this time and more about being a super spy who happens to look fabulous in red. Think stealth action meets travel documentary. This beautiful pixel art adventure follows Momo Raynal, a priestess living peacefully in the village of Koho until everything goes sideways. A mysterious bell starts tolling across the land, and suddenly demons are pouring out everywhere, threatening her home and the sacred loon tree that keeps everyone alive. So naturally, Momo grabs her leaf weapon and bow to hunt down whoever's ringing that cursed bell. The whole thing has serious Studio Ghibli vibes mixed with Dark Souls combat. It's gorgeous, but will absolutely murder you if you're not careful. You're basically playing as a magical girl who solves problems by beating up monsters in increasingly creative ways. Meet the Omen Forged, an immortal warrior tasked by some divine gods to clean up a nasty corruption called the Blight that's spreading across the land. The combat feels like someone took Super Smash Bros. And mixed it with a roguelike. You're constantly juggling combos, launches, and wall splats while collecting over 150 different blessing cards that change how you fight. Each run through the 5 corrupted regions feels different because the divine spirits keep giving you new powers to experiment with. When you die, you just respawn stronger at your base camp and try again. It's basically like being a celestial janitor, except your cleaning supplies are your fists, and the mess you're cleaning up wants to kill you. Hey, quick pause here. If you're enjoying this look at some of Switch's finest games, hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Let me know in the comments which of these games you've played or are excited to try. Now, let's continue with our lineup. After 200 years of peace, an evil shadow clan has returned to wreak havoc across ancient Asia, and they've kidnapped a bunch of children for good measure. Enter Xiaolong, a warrior who wields the power of fire and hasn't had to fight anyone in 2 centuries. Talk about being rusty. Armed with swords, throwing knives, and his elemental fire abilities, he's got to battle through hordes of samurai and mythical creatures to rescue the kids and restore peace. The whole thing plays out like a classic kung fu movie, with beautiful pixel art that makes every fight scene look like choreographed martial arts. You're essentially playing as an ancient superhero coming out of retirement for one last mission. It's the year 2509, and space is supposed to be quiet until a distress signal from Earth suddenly breaks the silence. This activates an old protocol that wakes up droid C05M0LD from his capsule to investigate what the hell is going on down there. As you guide this little robot through a mysterious Earth, you'll need to carefully manage his battery life while exploring underground bunkers, dark dungeons, and creepy forests. The whole setup feels like Wall-E meets Metroid. You're a cute robot in a post-apocalyptic world trying to solve a mystery. Every jump and movement drains your energy, so resource management becomes as important as actual platforming skills. Don't let the cute bear fool you. Bearnard is a master archer who's been reluctantly dragged into an epic quest to reclaim a legendary bow and save his woodland home. What makes this special is the unique mix of traditional platforming with turn-based card battles where you actually have to aim your arrows manually. You'll collect over 60 different cards that give you various powers, from elemental attacks to healing spells, but you still need to hit your targets with perfect bow shots to make them work. The whole thing has that classic 8-bit adventure feel, but with modern twists. It's like if Robin Hood was a grumpy bear who'd rather be napping, but keeps getting pulled into saving the world. The wisecracking gecko is back in a collection that bundles all three of his classic adventures into one package. The basic setup is pure 90s insanity. Gex gets sucked into his TV by an evil overlord named Rez, and has to platform his way through various media dimensions that parody different TV shows and movies. Each world is basically a themed playground, making fun of everything from horror flicks to kung fu movies, complete with Gex's constant stream of pop culture references and one-liners. The whole trilogy feels like someone took a Saturday Night Live sketch about video games and turned it into an actual game series. It's aggressively nostalgic in the best possible way. Here's a genuinely clever concept. You play as Floppy, an adorable floppy disk trying to find his purpose while navigating the windows and desktop of an old-school PC. The entire game takes place within computer frames, and you literally rearrange program windows to create new pathways and solve puzzles. Hidden demons maintain the system balance while staying just out of sight, adding to the digital mystery. The whole aesthetic screams 90s nostalgia with its retro computer interface and chill lo-fi soundtrack. It's basically like if someone turned your childhood Windows 95 desktop into a playable adventure game. The concept alone makes it worth checking out, even if it's relatively short. Hey, let me know what you think about these games. Maybe you've played some and have a different take, or maybe something here caught your eye. Drop a comment, let's chat about it. See you in the next one.